Hey, hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. My life right now is a madhouse. You should see my house. It's a mess. Christmas needs to be put away. My kids are not even dressed yet. They're downstairs screaming. I've got my oldest helping me watch them so I could come on here. But you know what? You got to get ready. So I figured let's do it on live with you guys. Today we're going to do a rose gold look. And I'm going to feature our Splurge cream shadows, which right now are on sale. Normally they're, if you were to buy 3 of them, it would be $78. And we're running a deal till the end of the month where they're 24% off, so they're $59. Okay, so first, I've already primed my face, and after you prime, you always want to wait like 15 minutes before you put your foundation on. Let it settle in and do what it needs to do. So I'm gonna do something different than I normally do, but I'm gonna take our cream foundation. So it's what looks like would be like the pressed powder, but instead it's a creamy formula. And I'm gonna use that underneath my eyes. I find I want that highlight underneath my eyes, but if I use too much powder or concealer, it just doesn't look right. So this seems to help because it's that creamy texture and it doesn't make my under eyes look dry. So I'm just gonna take on a damp beauty blender, I'm gonna dip it in, and I'm just gonna put it under my eyes. See how that's, and I've done it in the lightest shade that we have. And it also is gonna help conceal my blemishes that are right there. So I'm just gonna do it in a V motion, kind of patting back and forth. And then I'll also set it with a little bit of powder afterwards. But see how that just kind of naturally highlights right there? I love that highlighted look underneath your eyes, but anytime I do it, it doesn't matter what product I use, it creases and it looks super dry. And so I've been trying this and it seems to kind of help. It doesn't give me that dry look and it still highlights. Okay, so now I'll go in just with my regular foundation. And I'm mixing 2 colors together right now. Okay, so I'm mixing 2 colors and I'm going to use Organza. This is our Liquid Touch foundation. And Scarlet. I'm going to use those 2 colors. So I'm just going to do 2 drops of each. Make sure you mix these up and shake them up really good. So I'm just mixing on this palette right here. Then I'm also going to mix a little bit of our cream highlighter in with it to kind of give me that pretty glow. Hey, Katie, I hope you did too. Ours was awesome, so crazy, and it's such a mess downstairs. All I want to do is clean up Christmas and be done with it. Okay, so now I'm just going to mix all this together. If I can find a good brush to mix it with. I usually do all my mixing with the ends of a brush. So I'm just mixing that up. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to mix up the highlighter when you put that in with it. These are all unique products that I'm using. Okay, so that's all mixed up like that, and I'm just gonna take and kind of put it around my face everywhere except for under my eyes, where I just use that, where I just put the lighter cream color. Okay. You know, I probably do. I just, I can totally match you is what I would have you do for me is send me a picture of yourself in natural lighting, like in front of a window. Like I'm standing in front of a window right now, and that's why the lighting is so good and you can see everything true to color. And so that's what I'd want you to do so I could color match you. Just stand in front of a window that has a big window, and then just take a picture of yourself and message me just right here on Facebook with it, and I could color match you and get you the right color. So I'm just using our powder, our powder concealer brush to just pack that in. I do a mixture of swirling and stippling motions, and that helps so that you can't see any lines, any foundation lines. Awesome. How, are you getting close to having that baby? Okay, and see how you've still got that natural highlight underneath my eyes? Okay. Just want to make sure I have it all in, and then go down your neck a little bit too. It's so hard at the end. It's like the minutes just tick by. I totally know what you mean. I totally get it. It's so hard. Did they push it back? I thought last time we talked, you said that you were having the baby on the 2nd. Okay, and I'm just gonna take the end, the little end, and just kind of get right there in those creases that sometimes you have a hard time getting. And then around the mouth too. Hi, Tiff. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a little bit of setting powder. I don't like to use too much, but we're gonna use a little bit. And as what I'm gonna do, this is a little bit damp, but I'm gonna take our setting powder. Okay. I'm gonna take our setting powder and I'm just gonna spray this a little bit with it. And then I'm gonna take it inside of this is our translucent powder, and I'm just gonna press that in any spots wherever I notice throughout the day my foundation kind of tends to like slough off. I always get it right there, and then on my nose is where I always have a hard time. And then right here. And then I crease right under my eyes. And so I'm gonna take some of that powder and I'm gonna put it just right there under my eyes. And I'm gonna pack that really good. I find that when I use a setting powder to wet the sponge, it gives you that extra reinforcement. C-sections are hard, Katie. Is this your second one? Okay, and then I'm gonna take we have a Minerals Powder Concealer, and I'm gonna take just on a little fluffy brush, and I'm gonna put that as a highlight just right. I'm just gonna use such a little amount, but I'm just gonna right here to brighten that up right there. First C-section, okay. I had C-sections with all of mine, and it gets easier at every C-section after. The first one was the hardest, but you really do recover fast. If you can get up and moving as fast as you can, like hours after, you'll heal much faster. Okay. Okay, so now we've set the face, and I'm gonna contour it now. I'm gonna use our Sculpting Trio, and it's got a cream contour that I love, and this brush that I absolutely love. It's our contour brush. It's double-ended, so you get bang for your buck. Okay, that's what they did with mine too, and it's kind of the new thing, right? Maybe not in Canada, but my doctor had only, I think he just barely starting to do it. But that's what I did. I got them removed instead of tied. Okay, so I'm just gonna take and put that cream contour right in the hollows of my cheeks where you want to make it help you look skinnier. Don't bring it down too far or else it tends to look muddy. You're so sweet. Thanks, Katie. It's all about practice, seriously. I'll try something 4 or 5 different times until I get it right. If you find, I hear a lot of people complain that their contours look muddy. And I think you're using the wrong color if you find your contour is muddy looking. You have to play around with the right colors. The first color I had tried, not the first color, but I had bought this color right here. And to me, it looked orange and muddy. And you can tell the difference between the two colors. This one's a little bit more orangey, and this one is more cool toned. This is more warm toned, and this is more cool toned. And this one looks better on me. And so it's all about what works for your skin tone. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit above my hairline. If you have a small forehead, you would probably wanna skip this step. This will help your forehead look smaller. And then take it down your chin. Okay? And then the nose. I'm gonna take the end of this brush and I'm gonna pinch it. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that cream contour on it, and I'm just gonna take it right down the sides of my nose. This step you can skip as well. It's not something that is necessary. Yep, for sure. And you know what? I do this every day for my job. And so I get that much more practice in. My husband, I feel like, he's like, you do your makeup all day long. And first of all, if I don't have help with the kids, it takes me all day to do my makeup. Second of all, I like to try new looks. so that I have things to show you guys on camera. But it's good when you love what you do. Doesn't feel like a job. Hi, Holly. Okay. So now let's do blush, my favorite. Blush is my most favorite ever, ever, ever. I love blush. And I feel like it's kind of out of style, but I love blush. I'm gonna take Serene, our light, this is a light metallic-y pink. And I'm gonna take it on our blusher brush. And this is a perfect color for fall and winter, I feel like, because it's just like that light pop of color. See how that just puts life into my face? Sometimes I think I might go overboard with the blush, but hey. Okay, and then we're gonna take and just brighten up our face also, warm up our face with a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna take on a big brush and just, this bronzer might be a bit dark for my color, so I'm gonna go in with a really soft hand. I'm also gonna take it up on my forehead. And then down my neck. Okay. Highlighter, let's go in. I'm gonna do our cream highlighter in the color Iridescent. Actually, let's do this. Let's use, we have a cream to powder highlighter. And we'll kind of go on with the rose gold theme. This is kind of a rosy, maybe it's not rosy, but this is a benevolent color. And let's see if I can swatch it so you can see it's kind of like a goldie. See that? It's really pretty. So we'll put this right here. Just right above where you did your blush on the cheeks, on your cheeks. I generally like a lighter color highlighter, but every now and again, this is pretty too. I feel like for highlighters, because I have such a fair skin tone, I'm kind of stuck. Same thing with like if you've got a darker complexion, you're kind of stuck with the more darker ones. A lighter one looks super fake. But that's pretty too. Okay, and then I'll just put a little bit of this on my Cupid's bow. And then I'm not gonna go down my nose with it. I'm gonna use the other one for my nose. So I'm gonna go with this cream highlighter in Iridescent. So that one was a cream to powder that we used, and this one is a cream. This is the one that I used to mix in with my foundation. Okay, and I'm just a teeny bit. I'm gonna put it right there on the end of my nose and up my nose, and then I have a bump on my nose. You're gonna skip the bump and highlight above it. And then I'm gonna take what's left over just and plop it right here so we just don't waste it. That's always a good place to. Speaking of which, let's do our brows. I'm gonna use two different products on our brows. I'm gonna use our pencil for one side, and I'm gonna use the Brow Obsession palette for the other so you can see the difference. So this is the pencil, and it's in the color medium. Most people that are blonde might use a lighter color, but I like my brows to be a little bit darker. So it's, in this it comes in a light, medium, and dark. And this is the medium. So I'm just using the side of my pencil, or the side, to brush up my brows. And then I'm gonna start at the bottom and line it. Then do the same thing on top. And then just lightly kind of go in right here. See how natural that looks, yet it's still pretty? And how quick it was, right? I dye my brows, and so that does help make my application quicker. I've got such light eyebrows though, if I didn't dye them, I think it would take me forever to do them. Okay, so now the Brow Obsession palette is this, and I'm just gonna take it on our artist, let's see. Maybe. It's not here. Where did it go? That's right. We can just use any other. You can use any, although I love that brush. This one will be okay. So I'm just going to take it on a flat angled brush, and dip it in the dark. Dip it a little bit with the pomade and then with the dark also. And then just sweep it through. And anytime you mess up too, you can take concealer on just a little flat brush and wipe it away. Erase it away. See, I got a little bit too far down there, so that's what we'll do. I'll show you how to do that. See the difference? I don't know that there is much of a difference. Maybe the color is a little different. But it also depends on what you're looking for, because in the Brow Obsession palette, you have multiple uses for the product. So you've got a light color that you can use like on the ends of your brows so they look more natural. And then you've got the dark color to fill them in. You've got the pomade to help your brows stay in place. And then you've got a highlighter, 2 different highlighters, a matte and a shimmer highlighter. So I'm gonna show you how to use those right now. We'll take the matte highlighter on, let's see, what brush are we gonna use? I'm just gonna take it on a little flat brush, and I'm just gonna sweep it underneath my brow for an added highlight. Just kind of helps make that pop and gives you a natural brow lift. Then you can take the shimmer on right on top of it for just right there. Because who doesn't love a highlight right there? They do look, this one looks a little bit thicker. So let me go in on this side. Okay, so now to clean that up, that spot where I got it down just a little bit too low, I need to clean my brushes so bad. I'm running out of clean brushes. I'm gonna take our brush cleaner. This is awesome for just while you're doing your makeup to clean the brushes off. And I'm gonna take our concealer and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand. Just a teeny bit, because you don't need a lot for this. And I'm going to just right there where I got it down too low, I'm gonna erase that away. And then also I got it a little bit too high right here. And this is twofold. It's also help cleaning up your brow, but using a lighter color around your eyebrows like that helps just to kind of uplift and bring them out. It's just, it makes it look better. And it makes you look younger. And who doesn't want that, right? Okay, so now let's go to our eyes. Actually, let me do my lips. I'm gonna use an eyeliner as a lip liner, and this is our precision pencil in the color Purposeful, and it's really pretty on your lips. Okay, and I kind of want this same color in my lips too, not just around the outside. So I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna line strategically on my lips so they look more fuller. So I'm gonna take it right here, in that middle crease. And I'm gonna take up here, these two creases that you gave, and then down here. Okay, I know it looks crazy, but we'll fix it. And then I'm gonna shade in the sides. This will give you like a more of a natural, fuller lip. I don't know about natural. I shouldn't have said natural. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with a nude lipstick. I'm gonna blend all that together. This is our nude Lip Opulence lipstick, and it's the color Well To Do. It's just a really pretty nude color. And alone on my skin tone, it doesn't look good. It's too light, but it's really pretty if I wear it with a lip liner. See how that filled in everything we did? Let me turn up my light, hang on. Okay. Let's do our eyes now. I'm gonna take, like I talked about in the beginning of the video, I'm gonna take our Splurge Cream Shadows. And these are amazing because they are cream and then they dry to powder. So they're gonna stay on all day long. I'm trying to decide if I should lay down a transition color underneath. And I think I will. Let's see. I'm gonna take just I'm going to take one of our pressed powders just real quickly. I'm going to take in the color Nimble. It's just a light brown color. And just quickly run it in my crease and a little bit above because I have hooded eyes. This is going to help the transition of your eyeshadow be much smoother. See how pigmented that is? I just had one dip that I even tapped off like that. And like I said, I'm going to go a little bit higher because I have hooded eyes. Okay, then I'm going to take, this color just came back in stock. It's Jubilant and it's a really pretty rosy gold color. And I am going to take it on our on our cream shadow brush. I'm just gonna, like this. And I'm gonna take it and place it on my lid. And then again, because my eyes are hooded, I'm gonna take it up higher. Look how pretty that color is. How pretty is that? Okay. Let's see here. I need to blend that right there. See how pretty that is? And then the color that we did before is showing through up there, and it makes it just a really pretty transition. And then you can take your brush with no added product and just kind of blend it through. Then I'm going to take, while we're at it, I'm going to take just a little bit on the tip of this brush and run it on my lower lid line. Just on the outside. Okay. Then we're going to take a darker color. And this color just came out this month. It's a metallic, it's called Mysterious, and it's a metallic-y red. Is that the right word for it? Color, and it's really, 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 really pretty. And I'm gonna take it on our crease brush. It's a more denser brush, and I'm just gonna plop it right in my crease. But again, because I have hooded eyes, I'm gonna take it higher so you can actually see it when my eyes are closed. When my eyes are open, not closed. What's nice about these is you can manipulate with your hand and pressure how the color actually ends up appearing. So I could take this brush and I could press down really hard and make the color much deeper. Or I can press lightly like I'm doing on my eyes, and it will be more of a lighter color. And you can also blend it out with a cleaner brush if you get too much on there. But you do need more of a denser brush with these. See how pretty that is? And I'm also going to take this same color very lightly on the bottoms, on my bottom, and just kind of smoke it out. See how pretty that is? And if you get anything right there, just take a clean brush and brush it away. Okay. Let's see here. I'm really loving this color. I was going to go in with our Splurge Cream in it's black, and I'm gonna go in just on the sides to kind of deepen it up. And so we've got that color right there. I'm just gonna use our brush cleaner, spray it a little bit, and then rub it on the towel that I have right here. And I'm just gonna do a little bit, just on the outside. The good thing about this color is it is forgiving. This black is forgiving. A lot of blacks are not, but this one is. So I'm just gonna lightly brush it in my, let's see, I don't think that brush is gonna do what I want it to do. I'm gonna take our angled brush right here. And I'm gonna just kind of, see how that just kind of deepened up that color? But it's not taking away from the color. See the difference in the two? So I'm just gonna, just on the outer V, you wanna take that darker color. I'm just kind of patting it on right there so I'm not blending it out too much. And I went back to this initial brush. And then I'll use the angled brush to kind of blend it out. Okay. All right. Now, mascara. I forgot to curl them before I came on, but that's okay because this Epic mascara that I'm using, our one-step mascara, does it all. It curls it, it lengthens, volumizes, I better look down into this so I don't get it all over my lid. Let me use my other one. This one's kind of older. I keep grabbing the wrong one. Okay. When you're doing your eye mascara, make sure you get the backs too. Get all sides with mascara. Mascara makes such a big difference. So I like to do it where I get the base first. I cover the base in mascara, and then I do the tips last. I find that helps reduce the clumping. And you can take the tip of it to kind of spread out your lashes. So I haven't done the tips yet, the ends, so now I'm going to take it through the ends. This is my best side. I don't know about you guys, but I always have a better side. This side always gives me trouble. See how pretty that is? Maybe let's try to get this other side to look a little bit like that one. Let me add some more. Okay. A little bit on the bottoms. Okay, and then I always forget to do this part on camera. As soon as I do my mascara, I usually shut off and go. But my favorite part is highlighting my eyes. So I will take my highlighter, maybe, here it is. Take our iridescent highlighter, and I will take it on like an old, remember those, back when we were kids, those these ones right here, the sponge brushes, eyeshadow brushes. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna put it on I'm gonna spray it on my arm. Then I'm gonna dip it into my arm so I don't saturate the brush too much. Then I'm gonna dip it in this, and I'm gonna just highlight my corner right there. Same thing with the other side. I like using a sponge for the inner corner because I feel like it packs it on real well. And let's be honest, you can never have too much right there on the inner corner. And then I will take, I'm gonna use our brush cleaner because on this angled brush, because I was using that black for the eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna clean it off. And now I'm gonna use, it's already dry. I'm gonna use it and just highlight right there. Look at that. Instant eye lift. Okay, and then maybe, I mean, you can never have too much right there. I'll just go over where we did the cream to kind of help it stay in place. And then I'll take and just put a little bit, see that? That was the benevolent that we did, and I'll just pop it with a teeny bit of this. I hope it doesn't change the color, but I just kind of want to set it. Okay. Is that it? I cannot think. I think so. Every time I go live, after I get off, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do this and forgot to do that. But I think that's it. Obviously, we need to finish with our setting spray. Okay, and that's it. You guys, thanks for watching, and I hope your Christmas was as wonderful as mine, and I hope your house isn't as messy as mine. Love you guys. Until next time.